It's time now for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news. This is the Southwest Outdoors Report.
Hey everyone, I'm really excited about this week's episode. Going to try something brand new, and I'm glad you're along for the ride. You see that? That is the Highway 360 bridge that crosses one of the best kept bass fishing secrets in our Southwest region. That is Lake Austin. It's actually the Colorado River that's dammed up and runs right through the middle of Austin, Texas. And it holds some of the biggest largemouth bass in the entire state of Texas. There have been several giant, over 13-pound share-lunker bass caught out of this lake, some more 12-pounders, and countless bass over 10 pounds. Now, we may not catch one of those today, but we're gonna go out, check out the lake. First time I've ever seen it. I've not set foot on the lake, don't know the first thing about it. So everything we learn in the next half hour will be done by trial and experimentation. And while we're out doing that, we're taking you around the region, catch you up on your latest fishing reports from the Southwest region from our team of reporters. But first, the Nitro Z8 gets launched down the boat ramp into Lake Austin, and we take you back to the FSN studios with Julie and your weekend planner.
Great news if you're headed to the lake for the weekend. The Salooner tables are predicting the best conditions of the month for both days. Saturday's peak activity will take place at 7 a.m. and Sunday's best times will start at 7:45 in the morning. Expect sunrise to take place at 6:37 with sunset happening at 8:11. And we'll have a crescent moon 26% illuminated in the evenings. We'll be right back with all of the current fishing reports from around the Southwest. And I'll have this week's Whataburger Ask the Pro. Stay with us.
The Southwest Outdoors Report is brought to you by Mercury, the official outboard of the Southwest Outdoors Report for 11 years running. By Academy, right stuff, low price, every day. And by Tracker Boats, fish the finest.
There we go. Oh, good one. Big fish. Got my button punched. Up she comes. Try to play her out a little bit. Got her. Oh, baby, look at this. Oh, my first Lake Austin bass is a giant. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Right in the corner of the mouth, just outside the front of that boat dock right there. Well, folks, I may just have a new favorite lake for you right there. We got water all over the lens. All right, we're gonna take just a quick time out here. I wanna show you something. I'm gonna weigh this fish just to see, but see the dock right here? I pitched it up underneath that dock, swam it out, and that fish just came out and whacked it. All right, hang tight with us. I'm gonna weigh this fish. 10 pounds and 5 ounces. How about that? Or 10.2, there, it finally locked in. 10 pounds, 2 ounces. That, my friend, is your Lake Austin special right there. Okay, well, we're gonna put this fish back, gonna revive her a little bit. We take you right now to the first of your fishing reports. Let's check in with Brian Hughes, see what's going on in the rest of Texas.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by CJ's Catfish Bait. Now be sure and check out their website for all the great CJ's Bait Company products and their viewer special running through the month of May. Now we're going to start at Lake Tawakoni, where in the morning and afternoons we're seeing hybrids and stripers begin a little bit of schooling action. Be prepared for that with a torpedo, popper, and an unweighted fluke in bone, chrome, or clear colors for these topwater fish. If they don't show up on top, which is entirely possible, be ready with a 1 ounce slab, again, chrome or chartreuse, and a 1 ounce jig head with a sassy shad. Bone, glow, or chartreuse are the colors for those. Throw them out, let them sink to the bottom, bring them up a couple of cranks, and you should find both the hybrids and sandies there on Tawakoni. Now at Palestine, bass are in a late spawn mode. You can catch them early in the morning, up shallow, with topwaters like a buzzbait or plastic frog. Then move out to the channels where you'll find both catfish and bass in about 10 to 12 feet of water. For the bass, throw the Texas rigs. For the catfish, throw the CJs. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by CJ's Catfish Punch Bait. Now let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, this week's report is brought to you by Port Aransas on Mustang Island, the fishing capital of Texas, where anglers enjoy pristine bays, estuaries, 18 miles of surf, and the deep blue waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Plus the local restaurants will even cook your catch come sundown. Come fish and play Texas Island style. For more information, visit portaransas.org. Well, another cool front pushes through the end of the week. That means the first part of the weekend will see cooler water temperatures. By Sunday, things will start to warm and winds begin to lay. Now, anglers on Sabine continue to find fish on shell flats on the Louisiana shoreline. Birds continue to work mid-lake, and white shrimp are up the Natchez River. Galveston Bay anglers have enjoyed a smorgasbord at the jetties. Trout, red, sheepshead, and black drum have kept anglers busy. Live bait has been best. Now, areas inside and adjacent to San Luis Pass are starting to turn on. Anglers drifting mid-bay reefs in East Matagorda and deeper grass beds and guts in West Matagorda are catching redfish and scattered trout. The water needs to warm a little more for the topwater bite to really turn on. But from Port O'Connor to Rockport, back bays have given up redfish while deeper shell is holding trout. The outside of Trailer and Dagger Islands, the inside of Stedman, and along the grassy shorelines of the Lydia Ann Channel are holding trout in 5 feet of water. The voodoo shrimp under a mauler and rattling floats has worked extremely well. The best colors have been pearl chartreuse or natural brown. Also, the King Ranch shoreline and around Bird Island Basin have given up some good trout on live and artificial baits. Longbar and Mexiquita Flats out of Port Isabel has really turned on. Live, cut, and artificial baits have worked. Now this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday have a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides each day. I'm Bill Olson, and I'll see you on the coast.
Oh, I got one. Oh, he jumped up there and grabbed that bait. It's another good one. Feels like a big one again. Way out here in front of the boat. Way out here in front. Whoa, God, don't break me off. Pull him out here in deep water. Up he comes right here. Wow. All right, we're gonna take our time and just play him out. I've hooked into a good one out here. Welcome back, everybody. Your Southwest Outdoors Report, checking out our first ever trip to, we buried up in some grass. Don't do that. We're at Lake Austin. I'm gonna have to turn around here and see if I can gently lift him out of there. Oh, he's on a stump or something. That is bad luck right there. My only chance now is to push my button and see if he'll swim himself loose. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. I was hoping it was grass, but it's not. It's an actual branch. I think he might be gone. Oh, here he comes, here he comes. Oh, he came loose. He came loose. Doggone it, he's back in it again. Okay, he came loose again. Here we go. I gotta land this fish. He's gotta be getting tired by now. No, you're done. You're done. Got him. Oh man, what a deal. I tell you what, this is one of the most incredible days of bass fishing I've ever had. Look at that dude right there. Oh man, that's another huge, huge bass. I'll put him on the scale. Can you believe that fish got wrapped up around a branch down there twice, and you saw how patient I was. Just let that fish swim and swim, and he ultimately swam himself loose. So we're at Lake Austin today, fishing grass beds right now. The sun's gotten high overhead. I've moved out deeper in 6 to 8 feet of water, fishing a Texas rigged, this is a biffle bug, Gene LaRue biffle bug, and that sucker hit it. I'm gonna stick that one on the scale real quick, see how big this one is. That one is a little one. It only goes 8 pounds and 12 ounces. There you go. 8 pounds and 11 ounces right there. Okay, there's another good one. Let's let her go back. Alrighty, while I catch my breath, take another heart pill. That'll be 2 heart pills today. Let's check in east of us to Cajun Phil and Kevin in Louisiana.
Well, I tell you what, friends, if you're not catching bass right now, you better sell your fishing equipment and start golfing. Because right now, fishing is good just about everywhere here across the state of Louisiana. Let's talk bass fishing real quick. Talked to Joe Jocelyn this week up at the Toledo Bend. He's catching lots of bass. He's throwing Carolina rig. He said, Phil, it don't matter whether you want to fish the north end or the south end. He's fishing around Negreach Creek. He's doing really well. Also around Toledo Bend Marina, they're catching lots of bass. Carolina rig seems to be the key right now. Over on Falls River, they're catching them on both ends of the river on plastics, but around the boat docks, they're using crankbaits and spinnerbaits. Again, the Chaffalai base has been on fire now for 2 weeks in a row. We keep getting reports from there. I hate to tell you about the Chaffalai basin all the time, but it's on fire right now whether you want brim, white perch, or bass. Small crankbaits, small quarter-ounce spinnerbaits, all working really well. How about the saltwater scene, you say? Well, I'll talk to my guys at Delacroix, Hopedale, Shell Beach, Lafitte. It doesn't matter where, they're all catching speckled trout or redfish. Now the key is speckled trout, they catch them under a poppet cork using live shrimp. As far as the redfish go, shallow water, foot and a half of water, spoons, and also bass assassins are working good. How about offshore, you say? Well, I talked to all my guys, Josh Howard and all of them down there in Venice, Louisiana. They say, Cajun, whether you want tuna, wahoo, amberjack, or snapper, right now, you better get down to Venice. So friends, all I can say is, come on down to Louisiana. I just talked to Captain Kevin a while ago. He's still in the water. He's already got a limit of redfish this morning. Also got 6 or 8 really nice flounder. Right now, they're working on speckled trout. Hey, fishing's good right now. Come on down and get you some. Till next time, this is old Cajun Phil for Captain Kevin. Said happy fishing and may God bless. And we're going to see you folks next week right here on Fox Sports Southwest.
The Southwest Outdoors Report is brought to you by Costa Sunglasses. See what's out there. By Ludes, setting a new standard in fishing performance. Feel the difference. By Strand Fishing Lines, the standard of dependability. By Strike King Lures, #1 in fishing. And by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to your Southwest Outdoors Report. Checking out Lake Austin, right in Austin, Texas for the very first time ever. What an awesome fishery this is. There is some critical information that you're going to need on our member bonus video. A couple of warnings that I need to tell you about if you're coming here. So we don't have time to show you another fish. Those 2 huge fish, show you a couple of quick clips here. Took forever to land and forever to show you, so we're out of time. But what you need to do is go to our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. If you're already a member, just log in with your username and password. If you're not a member yet, you'll need to sign up to become one. It's free. Then you go to the members only page, and the very first thing on that page is the members only bonus video. You click on the Lake Austin link, and I'll share a lot more information that we do not have time to tell you about here on the television show. It's for members only. It's every week. Go to our website and check it out. Next up though, let's go to Oklahoma. Here's Gary Dollahan with all the fishing reports from there this week.
Hey, some crappie are still coming from Lake Eufaula. Checked it out this past week and I found that The lower part of the lake I put in at the Elm Point down on the southern end. Water temp when I got there was about 58 degrees. By 4 o'clock it had warmed to 70 degrees. Definitely saw shad activity increase throughout the day as the water temperatures warm. The fishing did get better as the water temperatures warmed, but surprisingly that bite stayed at a depth of about 4.5 feet. I was slow trolling some ditches in front of the spawning areas. The lake level, they pulled it hard. It's down almost back to normal pool now. Those fish have pulled back out. They want to get back in those areas to spawn. Those fish are coming about 4.5 feet deep. I had 2 baits that worked equally well. A 2-inch Bobby Garland baby shad and electric chicken, and a 3-inch slab slayer in white bone white. They caught about 50-50 throughout the day. Even when the water temperatures got warmer in the day, that 4.5 foot depth was critical. I kept my boat in about 5 to 7 foot of water, and I was slow trolling with my trolling motor at a very slow speed, dragging those jigs through the water. They didn't want much action to it. When they hit it, they would hit it hard. A lot of fish I caught today were females that have not spawned yet. I think May is going to be a really good crappie fishing month on Lake Eufaula. And speaking of May, my fishing buddy from Shamrock, Texas, Scott Porter, went and checked out Fort Cobb this past week with his fishing partner Robert. They said the water temps there are still cool. He thinks May will be really good. Said you can catch some crappie around the marina right now, some hybrids around the shoreline, but May should be really good. One thing about it, you can't catch them if you don't go.
In Lake Texoma, there lurks a tiny striped invader that is causing problems for motorboats and water supply systems.
They have the ability to attach to hard substrates that are upright in the water, meaning they could attach to your boat, they can attach into pipes, onto pumps, any means of water conveyance. They are a general nuisance.
They're called zebra mussels, and Texas Parks and Wildlife is trying to stop the spread of this invasive species with a new law aimed at getting boaters to drain all water from their boats before leaving an infested lake.
If they spot adult attached zebra mussels on their boat when they pull it up onto the ramp, they are required to remove all of those organisms before they trailer it away and down the highway. We urge them to go ahead and have the maintenance staff at the marina that they're at go ahead and pressure wash the boat to remove them off right there at the lake.
The new law applies to boaters leaving the Red River Basin in Wichita County downstream to the Arkansas border.
We are deploying buoys at 17 different marinas, and we have signage at all of the access points. We have billboards out on the highway, and at all the gas stations we have pump toppers. We're putting 6-foot by 8-foot stencils at several locations. They are here and they're not going anywhere. There's no way to totally eradicate them. At this point, we're just wanting to keep them in Lake Texoma and prevent their spread throughout the rest of Texas.
For Texas Parks and Wildlife, this is Lydia Saldana.
The Southwest Outdoors Report is brought to you by Exide AGM Marine Batteries. Starts like new, stays like new longer. By Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland Lures. With our baits, a good day of fishing is in the bag. By Motor Guide Trolling Motors, engineered for anglers. And by Nitro Performance Bass Boats, pure performance.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our Whataburger Ask the Pro. This week's question is from Tony in Cedar Park, Texas, who asks, where do bass move after they spawn? For the answer, let's check with Bassmaster Elite Angler Terry Scroggins.
You know, depending on where you're at in the country, the fish move different areas during the spawn. That's one of my favorite times to fish, especially on bowl-style lakes where there's not a lot of contour lines. The fish are gonna, when they pull off the spawn, they're gonna go to post-spawn, guard their fry, and they're gonna stay shallow for quite some time. Around docks, they still hang around the grass lines and things of that nature. And some reservoirs, they just go out in the main river ledges, you know. So every area is different, and it's important to know what area of the country you're in to know what to do in that situation.
Thank you, Terry. If you have a question for one of the pros, just visit our website at southwestouttdoorsreport.com, follow the Ask the Pro link, and submit your information. Now here's Barry with our winner of the Costa Catch of the Week.
Hey, it is time right now for this week's Costa Catch of the Week winner. He is Tom Newman of Waller, Texas. showing a 59-pound flathead catfish he caught from Cedar Creek Reservoir in east central Texas. Get this, he caught it on 6-pound test line while crappie fishing. If you'd like to enter the Costa Catch of the Week contest, just go to our front page at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. On the right-hand side of the front page, click on the Costa Catch area, fill out the form, send us your photo, and you could win a brand new pair of Costa sunglasses like Tom does on this week's show. And you can see all the Costa frame and lens styles by going to the front page of our website, clicking on the Costa logo, and you can see everything they offer, including the frame style of the month that I was wearing on this week's episode, double haul in the camo pattern. Next up on the Academy Sports and Outdoors Right Stuff feature, let's talk about the gear you'll need here at Lake Austin. You may hook the fish of a lifetime here, and you do not want any wimpy tackle on this lake. Bring your heavy gear. I love the 7-foot heavy action Lew's Tournament SL red rod that you see me fishing here on the show. It's my staple when I might catch a big fish. You saw how well it did when I had to pull that near 9-pound bass out of that real thick hydrilla. It horsed that fish up with no problem. Then today I was using the Lew's Speed Spool Tournament Pro reel. It's a fantastic all-around bait caster. Again, did a great job on these big fish. For line, you need to downsize and go very clear. Stren 100% fluoro or Stren fluoro cast are the two staples in water that's this clear, and I wouldn't go any bigger than 14-pound test. And I caught most of the fish today on a Jean LaRue Biffle Bug soft plastic bait rigged Texas rig. This week on Stuff That Matters, I want to talk about mobile devices. I read an interesting article the other day that talked about how social media and mobile telephones are changing our culture, and not for the better. It's causing us to have much shorter attention spans, and our kids to have the exact same thing. We can't think, write, or talk in any more than 140 characters like Twitter. So my wife and I have established some mobile-free zones in our home and some certain times when we will not use our mobile devices. Riding in the car, we've agreed to talk to each other. Sitting at the dinner table, we've agreed to not bring those telephones and those PDAs to the dinner table so that we can talk to each other. And I would highly recommend that you establish some of those same mobile-free zones with your children so that there is FaceTime, one-on-one talking time between parents and kids. And I'll guarantee you the next generation will be much better off for it. I hope you've enjoyed our trip today to Lake Austin and the 2 giant beast largemouth bass that we caught on today's show. Be sure and watch the members-only bonus videos for some critical information that you'll need to see if you're thinking about planning a trip to this lake. Don't forget, our show will be on next Thursday night and Saturday morning. Check the front page of our website for the latest time of the next airing. You can also see the latest episode on the front page. You can click through to our YouTube channel and get the archived episodes of all of our past videos so you can catch up. And you can click on the Facebook logo and get lots of photos, video, and news that you'll never see here on the television show. Till next week, I'm Barry Stokes saying be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.